So now I'm going to show you how you would go about creating a sample article for your theater company. The first step is to check to make sure that the theater company doesn't already have a page on the theater wiki. This is really easy to do. All you need to do is type in the name of the theater company in the search box. So let's say sample theater company. And we'll see here that they don't have a page. So we can click create the page sample theater company on this wiki. This will bring us to our word processing text box. Now you'll notice that it looks different now than in previous videos, and that's because since I recorded the previous videos, we've actually added new formatting styles to make it easier for you to update the theater wiki. I'll go over these in a different video, but for now we're just going to use the short codes where we actually just type them into the box. So once you've started your page, the first thing you should do is plan out the different sections that you think that you'll need to describe your theater company. We've created a few standard sections that you can use for all theater companies, but don't feel limited by these or feel like you have to include any of these. So the first thing to do would be to include a line or two that sort of gives a general overview of the company. I'm not actually going to write that in. I'm going to put something called lorem ipsum, which is filler text. So that'll be the first section. After that, maybe we want to put in a section for the current season of the company's mandate, and the production history of the company. Now, if you'll remember from creating headers in previous videos, the way that we transform these into headers is we add 2 equal signs before and 2 equal signs after. So we'll do that now. And as soon as we do this, we can actually preview the page. So if you click on the preview button, you'll actually see we've got our little description at the top here, and then our 3 individual header sections. So once we've created the headers, we can inject some text into each section. Again, I'm not going to type anything yet, but why don't we just put a little bit of filler text. So for this, the list of the current shows in the season, why don't we create a bulleted list? So if you remember from previous lessons, the way to create a bulleted list is with, here I'm going to zoom in and make this a little bit bigger, is with a little asterisk, a little star. So we'll create 3 bulleted points here, and we'll say that the current season is going to include, let's say, I don't know, Hamlet. It's going to include Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and it's going to include, I don't know, 448 Psychosis by Sarah Kane. So we put those in there. And now if we preview the page again, we can see that now we have our bulleted list. For the mandate, maybe we want to put a little bit of text, but then we also want to put a numbered list that describes some points of our mandate. So if you'll remember, instead of using the asterisk, you can use the number sign, and the number sign will create a numbered list or an ordered list. So mandate point 1, maybe, I don't know, to produce Shakespeare. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, to produce Albee plays, to produce Sarah Kane's plays. And now if we preview this, we see we've got our numbered list under here. And then finally, for the production history, we'll put a bit of text, and then maybe we'll put, again, a list of a few years, I don't know, 2014, 2013, 2012, and then maybe we want to put underneath a nested list to describe what happened in those years, what productions happened in those years. So we can use the double asterisk point here to create a nested list. So in 2014, we did Hamlet, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and 448 Psychosis. Maybe last year we only produced 2 plays. We did Of Mice and Men, and we did what's another play? The Death of a Salesman. And then 2012 was our first year, so we only did 1 play that year. We did Oh, the Humanity by Will Eno. So if we put those like that, then we click Show Preview, and now you can see our nested list here of all the different shows that we did. Now it's important to remember that as you're going through to be citing. How do you write a citation? It's really easy. It's just, if you remember, you put in the brackets. So if I go back to editing my page and I put in a bracket here, let's say that this is the link to the current season, and then I'll click preview here, and now you'll see I have a little reference point right there, so that if people wanted to check where I got this list from, they could click and they would be pointed to the season. And then once you're finished, you just click Save Page, and that'll save your page. And that is how you create a sample theater company's webpage.